Moving on here, Jamari Johnson from Oregon, 6'5", 255 pounds. I'm going to go ahead and run through my notes on him, and then I'll hand it over to you, Shane. Consistent yak and occasionally explosive. He's not, to me, consistently bursting and exploding past people, but it does show up at times. So he's got it. I'm just not sure he's got the speed burst to kill people. The speed is good. It's not elite. I do see him. There are times where he'll catch the sideline and boy, he's gone for 40 yards, but that's not all the time. You know, you think to some of the other tight ends we've watched over the past 3 or 4 seasons with the Brock Bowers, with his fluid and athleticism. You think about Warren coming from Penn State. You think about the kid from Michigan. I mean, we've seen probably 4 guys, even last year's Oregon tight end, who you did see kind of that consistent burst. I don't consistently see it from Jamari, so maybe he'll show more of it this year. Solid hands, tough catches. I do like that. He'll make tough catches. Very position flexible. I'll see him line up at slot. I'll see him line up at the tight end. He'll even kind of line up as an offset fullback. So he can move around all within that box. I do like that. I didn't see him wide out very much, so I'm not sure that's really a huge part of his game, but that's okay. He can hit all them other spots. Blocking is an asset. In fact, it's a real part of the offense. They used his blocking a lot. It's not quite elite level blocking, but it's consistently a part of his game. He seems to take pride in it. There are times he'll really lay a hit on people. Other times it's a little sloppy, but still the effort is there. The technique is usually there. So the blocking, they made it a real part of the offense last year. My final note on him is now that Sadiq is gone, can he carry a larger target share? You know, and if he can, then, you know, I'd be much more interested in Jamari Johnson. So we'll see. You know, does he have that true NFL speed, athleticism burst to get a larger target share when colleges don't always devote a lot of target share to tight ends anyway? So we'll see. That's my thoughts on Johnson. I'll tell everybody where I'm interested in drafting him here in a second, but over to you now.
So, Ben, for me, Jamari Johnson is kind of the old school transitional tight end. High school quarterback. They find out you're not going to play quarterback in college, move him to tight end. Like you mentioned, uh, I don't see a huge burst at him, but he averaged about 16 yards a catch. So you're getting a
Yep.
first down every time you touch the ball. Any offensive coordinator is going to be happy with that. Um, I would the comment you made about the blocking. I listed him as modest blocking, but very interested, which is normally not the thing that you get. I think as he gets more comfortable in this and he becomes the number one guy, I think he's going to get better at this because you mentioned it, Ben. There's times where he flat out lays a guy out, and you can see how amped up he is that he set the tone for that run game. Um, there's, I never saw him in a bad position. It's sloppy. There's a lot of things that can be changed, but
Yeah.
he's willing to get in there, which is something that there's a lot of tight ends on this list that they have no interest in that blocking part.
Hmm.
I think the most important thing for him is, as you said, so he had the most athletic offensive weapon at tight end ahead of him last year. Um, Oregon has lost its offensive coordinator. Will Stein to the University of Kentucky as a head coach. I'll be interested to see how that transition works and how they keep on that. But I see him playing a large part in this offense this year. Um, I think his numbers can only go up. And I think as he becomes more comfortable in that situation, like you said, Ben, I think they're going to use him in even more ways. Because if you're a former high school quarterback, I would think they'd feel very comfortable handing the ball off to him like they did to Sadiq on tight end rounds. Um, Obviously, he can throw the ball. They had Sadiq do that last year as well. So, I mean, there's some options for him to have some big plays and get his name out there again this year.
Yeah, I'm very interested in Jamari Johnson. At the moment, I've just got him as a day two kind of a guy. So anywhere in second, third round, I'm open to talking about it. I don't have him pushed over into the Saturday rounds of drafting right now. Um, But again, if he has a flat line season, then I'm just going to push him on back. But if he increases his numbers, shows me more of that refinement, then man, day two, second, third round, I'm very interested in Jamari Johnson. You feel the same way, or do you have him lower or higher than that?
No, I have him right around there, Ben.
Okay.
He's one where I think that because of some of the traits that he has and playing in an offense that just had a tight end drafted that high, I think he may leak higher up. But I think talent wise and what we've already seen on film, I agree with where you have him.
All right.